Hello and welcome to this edition of Wednesday Walkabout on Picks to Flicks.
DJI Osmo Pocket Extension Rod? We don't need no stinking DJI Osmo Pocket Extension Rod.
Call Chicago North America's rail hub for nothing. This active rail line here is used by the Canadian Pacific and by Metra commuter line, and it's rush hour right now, so not surprisingly we've got a lot of trains here. So today we're going to be talking about the delinquency of DJI to introduce a lot of their accessories. A couple of the accessories I pretty much decided I needed to have the DJI goodness. One of them was the wireless adapter, and the other was the 3.5 millimeter external microphone. Hold on, there's going to be another train coming here. Yeah! So anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. The Osmo Pocket, DJI Osmo Pocket extension rod is late. I have not even seen any estimates of when it's going to arrive. I haven't seen any prices. I do know the Osmo extension rod is like $60 or $70, but if the last announcements and the last introductions, specifically the power case, are any indication, it's likely the Osmo Pocket extension rod is going to be more expensive, because they're getting $125 or so for that case with a battery in it. That's a lot of money. So anyway, what I've done is I've put together a system comprised of some odds and ends I had sitting around the shop, and one other item that's critically important from our friends at Ulanzi. It's a power grip. It's a handle. It's roughly, I'm looking about 8 inches long. It contains inside of it a 5200 milliamp hour battery. It also comes with two USB to USB-C cables, a short one and a long one, to power your Osmo Pocket. And it also has a mount for the Osmo Pocket that goes on top of the stick. All of that for the amazing price of 20 bucks. What I've added to this in order to make it competitive and actually give you all the functions of the DJI extension rod, I've added a $7 lightning male to female extension cord. It's like 3 feet. I've added a small cradle for my phone and a bracket, a small super clamp from Small Rig bracket to the base of the selfie stick. So all told, my price is somewhere around 40 bucks. And then I clamped onto the bottom of this, I screwed in my longer extension selfie stick that I already had sitting around. And if you don't have that and you want to get up to 3 or 4 feet extension on this whole rig, you're going to add another 20 bucks or so. But that's not a requirement. So what you've got, and what I believe you're getting from the Osmo Pocket product, is a remote control. In that case, they have buttons. In my case, I actually have my iPhone located down there. You're going to get a power pack, so I've also got a power pack. And you're going to get a stick to hold the Osmo Pocket. I don't know how far that one extends. The Ulanzi product is not a selfie stick. It's an 8-inch handle, basically. It's a grip with a battery in it. So that's why I've screwed into the bottom my selfie stick itself. So I've got all that functionality, plus I've got a 4-foot selfie stick on the back. And I've got the ability to look at my footage on my iPhone, and not just limited to the small screen on the Osmo Pocket, which for the DJI Osmo Pocket extension rod, you don't get another. You have to add other things to it in order to be able to enable your phone to view the footage. In addition, what this does is I've got a very large selfie stick that can be used for first-person photojournalist mode, and I'm going to go into that now. So here is the Osmo Pocket. It's right up probably around 10 or 11 feet. in first-person view, and if I wanted to, I can pan this thing down. I can pan it up. I can obviously go over side to side. And I can look at me way, way down here. So I don't know what you're getting with the DJI product, but this is pretty awesome. So I'm not exactly sure this is a real practical way. Oh, here comes another train. What a surprise. That's what you get for trying to film in a park next to a train line in rush hour. So I actually work in the rail industry, so to me I hear the sound of trains and it sounds like money. But I'm sure a lot of these people on the road here don't really feel that way necessarily. Although most of these trains this time of day are commuter trains from the city of Chicago and out to the western suburbs. Now, this one is actually coming from behind us, so this one's going into the city. Hold on. I'm not in the rail, I'm in the freight rail business, I'm not in the commuter line business. So, but it's still, I'm a rail fan. So anyway, I don't know how much or how practical it is to use something like this as a selfie. I'm going to see if I can get it to do tracking. Well, there it is, it's tracking. And again, I probably should have used a secondary microphone. I do have a wired lavalier I could have used. So, like I was saying, I don't know how practical this is, but it sure is pretty awesome to be able to look down on me walking around. From right now, it's probably about 14 feet in the air. So if I were doing, like back in my sports photography world, we frequently have to photograph what are called scrums, and these are the post-game celebrations. And it's a pretty rough thing to go in the middle of a bunch of football players, coaches, and other photographers to get in there. In this case, I could just have this floating above everybody and take still photos, and I could get the shot. All right, so we're back down to terra firma. We're not flying 14 feet above. We're right at eye level here. Little below. My eyes are a little below 6 foot off the ground. So altogether, I think this is a pretty interesting solution. I think it's pretty practical. It's not an all-in-one solution, but another benefit of this is if I wanted to carry the Ulanzi power grip with me, I could shove that in one pocket, I could shove my Osmo Pocket in the other pocket, and I'm pretty mobile. I don't know that you could do that with the DJI Osmo Pocket extension rod. I don't know how big that thing is. But since the Ulanzi power grip is only 8 inches or so, that'll easily fit in one pocket, and my DJI Osmo Pocket fits in the other one. So if I'm going to be going out doing anything like extended time lapses and such, I've already got my power pack with me. I don't need to worry about hauling along another power pack. Now, one thing I think also the DJI product has is a tripod on the bottom. Well, I can buy a tripod mod. Again, Ulanzi actually, I think, sells one. I got it when I bought their Osmo Pocket and phone bracket. But I've got a little tripod mount that is, I think, probably that big, and it's got a 1/4-20 thread on it. It would go right in the bottom of the Ulanzi power grip, and there I go. I'm ready to go. So I'm actually more mobile than I'd be with the DJI product. I'm half the price, and I'm a happy camper. So that's about it for today's Wednesday walkabout. If you like what you saw, please hit the thumbs up button. If you didn't like what you saw, that's okay. Hit the thumbs down button, but leave me an idea of why you didn't like it and some thoughts on how I can improve these videos. If you want to be informed of the next video, and I've got quite a number of these, both on the Osmo Pocket and on photography and videography in general, hit the subscribe button down over there. I got to look to see I'm pointing the right place. I always seem to get this wrong. Hit the little bell down there if you want to be automatically notified when a new video hits the street. And if you're interested in buying any of the products that you see here, other than the trains, I'm not going to sell you the trains, I've got links for everything down below, so you can click on that. It goes through to Amazon and to my section of Amazon. So if you're going to buy something, I'd appreciate it if you purchase through those links, because I get a little piece of that, and that helps me defray the cost of putting together these videos and buying some of the products. So thanks again for watching. I'm Dennis, and this has been Picks to Flicks.